So cold in here. Cold in here. Hey, YouTube. Well, I guess I came on too late. It's 11 o'clock. Nobody's on. Okay, well, let me start talking. Hey, who's on here watching me? Go ahead and hit the thumbs up and say hey for the algorithm. I would only appreciate it. I didn't go on StreamYard because I'm approaching my 20 hours. And so I said, okay. So anyway, I was just watching a YouTube video of an incident that happened in Philadelphia, West Philadelphia, it said, with a Lyft driver in the middle of the afternoon, like 2 o'clock, they said, with all these witnesses that was on the street. And hey, y'all. And I just got through finishing watching the video. So about 2 weeks ago, a Lyft driver was carjacked, well, attempted carjack, with the passenger in the car in West Philadelphia in the middle of the afternoon. And he was getting carjacked. So what they do is they will drive behind you, bump your car, and then you would get out. You know, the natural thing some people would do, or most people would do, is get out the car, check their car, and then in the meantime, these thugs, hood rats, jump out of their car and then they'll carjack your car. So what happened was there was a passenger in the seat. There was a passenger, so he was telling them let her out, let her go, because then that would be a kidnapping charge. And he was quick. He was like, they said he was what, 32. So he was quick in his actions. So not only did he save the customer who was in the car while he was going to get attempted carjacked, he had a concealed weapon and managed to shoot the two um, criminals. And then, of course, they got rushed to the hospital, and then, you know, they had all these witnesses. So not only was he quick, the customer didn't get hurt, he didn't get hurt, and he managed to pull out his weapon, which was concealed and legal, and shot the two other crooks. So they got rushed to the hospital and stuff. So that was a very good, quick response from the Lyft driver. And this happened about 2 weeks ago. I just got through watching the video on the news, the local news in Philly. And I should have put the link of the video I watched. Let me see if I could still see the video. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna put it in the chat so y'all could. Hey y'all, who's in here? Go and say hey or hi. Anyway, that's the video that I just watched. Actually, it wasn't 2 weeks ago. It was 4 days ago. 4 days ago, a Lyft driver was getting carjacked with a passenger in the car, and he had his weapon. It was concealed, legal weapon, and shot the two criminals when they was attempting to carjack his car. But he was like protected the customer because he said, "Please let her go because you don't want a kidnapping charge." So he managed to protect his customer from being carjacked and being kidnapped, and they were drove over the car, and then he had a weapon. So that's the link in the video. If y'all want to watch it, it happened 4 days ago. I thought it was a week ago or two, and it was in the middle of the day, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, in the middle of the day. All these witnesses all over the place, and these dumb punks don't even care. So they said they was like 20-year-old, somewhere around 20-ish, and the Lyft driver protected the customer because it could have been worse. So I'm starting to think. I said, you know what? I had responded in the comment section. I said, I wish I knew who the Lyft driver was. I sure would send him some Cash App money. I would. That's where I would send people money, because see now what's going to probably happen is when it's all said and done, you know, I'm quite sure his car got damaged in the process, but he probably had insurance, but you know, and luckily he would be able to get nothing, because I'm quite sure, you driving Lyft, Uber, and West Philadelphia, and when they showed it on the news, you could tell it was rough. You could tell. But if y'all click on the video and watch it. It was 4 days ago. So I was like, you know what? People can't even make no money without these assholes robbing people, robbing you to steal your car, robbing you to get killed, food deliveries and all these apps. It's getting dangerous, you know? And every time you turn around, something's happening. In Chicago, the driver got killed. Just all these, hey, Brooklyn, just all these people just, getting robbed and killed and, doing these jobs. I'm sorry. What's wrong? Still don't feel well, and I have a great one. Well, I hope you feel better. Yeah, so I was like, but when I first started doing Uber, not to say it was any safer in the beginning, but I had a lot of people, my relatives, it was like, I don't know, that's dangerous. Just have people in your car, and people could do anything. Let me see. I have a common cold. Um, drink some tea, like herbal tea. Matter of fact, I need to drink me some tea. No, I ain't gonna drink none tonight. Drink some tea. Take some vitamins. Hope it's not the COVID, but because people be getting colds and stuff and all this. I don't know. I ain't gonna wish that on you though. I hope it's not. But just drink a lot of water and hot, hot tea and what is it? Zinc. Just take a lot. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some things you could take where you could build up your immune system and eat a lot of soup, hot soup. Because I know it's cold in New York, and it's probably snowing. Based on the pictures I was looking at my relatives in New York. Yeah, I have herbal black tea, vitamins, Gatorade, water, soups, fruits, etc. Okay. Oh, that's what I was about to say too. Zinc. Yeah, I seen you got snow where you at? I saw in where my little cousins and stuff, they were outside playing, had a thing that makes automatic snowballs with this thing like that. My cousin other he was responding. He was a kid, he had to do the old fashioned way. He got these little toy gadgets where you could make snowballs, you know. I was like and they lived in the suburbs, so I saw it was snowing. Oh yeah, plenty of it. Weather doesn't have any. Ooh Lord, mm-mm. The weather here in Georgia has been, man. Just think, last week it was 80 something degrees, like Christmas Day, day before Christmas, and I said, man, this weather is strange. 80, almost 80 degrees, and then about a couple days later it got cold, but it was like 40 degrees. And I know you say that's nothing, and then I think it maybe went down to like 35, 38, but that was at nighttime. So, but I know one thing. I know my mother is happy she is not in New York anymore. South Carolina had like a 3 years ago. They had snow, and we had snow, but it was like a few years ago. Not a few years, but 3 4 years they had snow. Y'all saw the pictures. If y'all was online last night with me and Shelly show, and I was sharing all the pictures. One of the pictures I have showed um, the snow, but since then we haven't had nothing like that. I know, all 4 seasons in one day. The last time I experienced that was when my father passed away. I went from Georgia to New York to South Carolina, back to Georgia, and I experienced all seasons in that trip. It was hot, then it was cold, then it was raining, and then I went back. It was like all over the place. But anytime I knew it was something happening when it was that weather, 80 something degrees, I said, you know what, there's a tornado going to happen. And lo and behold, if not Christmas Eve, up there, Carrollton County and Newton County, there was a tornado. They call it something else. I just can't remember what the thing was called. So they did had a tornado, and that's one of the biggest things I fear. I said, this weather's strange. I looked up in the sky and stuff, and I said, it's a tornado somewhere. And I talk about that tornado in Kentucky and Texas and stuff, but this weather's strange. It's so strange. It's kind of messing up my well, I haven't really been doing no planting for anything anyway, but so anyway, so I've been watching these, that video, and I was like, dog, all these drivers and people doing food deliveries, and they just getting robbed, and people just carjacking, and ugh. And then on top of that, I was watching Smakovich or whatever, Dustin's channel. I was watching those YouTube videos of people, customers getting in the car, um, punching drivers in the face and acting up. I said, hell no. It made me so mad. I was so mad watching it. I was saying, I wish somebody would do that to me. I would punch them dead in the face. T, more people are doing YouTube and other social media. Oh, hey Romeo. Well, y'all need to subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Go on previous videos. I have shared some links, of saving money. So I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I do have some links. So I've been finding these different apps, and I'm doing this money goal for the whole year. It started from day one with my various different apps. At least doing $35 a day minimum. But if I don't make, I didn't do nothing today. I only did one job. It was $7.25. And then they claimed that I missed an assignment. I said, hell no, that thing did not show up in my assignment list. It was for going to different stores to check the Google. Um, um, yeah, doing the. I was at there doing that job with survey checking for some shea butter. I said I don't see it. I didn't. So I took that. And then while I was there, if you click on the link for the points about Shopkick, I was there and I was just walking through this Walmart, clicking different Shopkick points. I think I had like 750 points doing that, and then I shared it with a lady. She was in the aisle, and I told her, I was asking her, "Are you familiar with this app?" I said you could get gift cards, and I shared it with her. But I appreciate y'all. Just if I appreciate y'all, get the links. There's another video I made that has my referral of different links, but I'm gonna share it with y'all and talk about it. I'm gonna do more. I'm trying to figure out how do I share my Apple iPhone while I'm doing videos that I could show on the screen so I could show y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. So um, there was a Facebook group. It was a person they was doing. I started finding a lot of people was doing these money challenges, 100 envelopes, save a nickel, save loose change, and I started like seeing how people were making money on these apps. And I had, it wasn't a lot of people talking about it, but basically, I found some app today that they will let you link your groceries. You still scan receipts. This is a different one. I just signed up today, and you link your loyalty report at different supermarkets that you have. I can help you in the live. Well, I don't know how to do share the live stream. I'm not on StreamYard, so you would have to show me that another day, tomorrow or something. So yeah, so my goal is to do these different apps. I get free gift cards. You could also earn earn points, and you could convert them to cash, and you could deposit it into your PayPal account. Then you could deposit to your regular account. They had this one video. No, it wasn't on no video. It was on Facebook, and it was a group, and I was going to join. And this person said that they have all these different apps, and then I found some other app called Receipt Hog, and there were some other ones. And she said for a whole year, she did all these different apps. The same, some of them similar to what I've done, and some of them I found some new ones. She saved $5,000 doing it. I was like, what? And they were just scanning receipts. And you get rebates and stuff when you go, everybody goes shopping. Everybody go to get gas receipts, grocery receipts, fast food receipts, and you just save up all the receipts, you just scan them. Now I know Shelly Show last night, she was telling me that Amazon Plano, they won't let you do other apps. And I looked into it and I said, yeah, I ain't doing that. But um let me tell y'all, look at these receipts. These receipts is money. These receipts are money. And let me tell you, you know, coin out and it's legit too. People be thinking, I don't want to do that because they may get these unsolicited calls and stuff. Nope. And they don't steal your identity. So receipts are money. And once I figure out how to share my iPhone to the YouTube and show y'all some of the apps, I will put a description in after this video of different links. And I appreciate just, that y'all shared. But so I started finding these new apps. And I was like, what? And they've been around for a minute. People were making, from starting from the whole year. You just let it accumulate. You let it accumulate, and You could get like $100 gift cards, and it's from major stores: Target, Walmart, Amazon. Most of them, they let you deposit into your PayPal account. That one, I don't know how to do that with a phone to YouTube. I'll Google it, but I'll find me a way how to do it. There's a way of doing it. I know you could do the iPhone. You could share the screenshots, and then you could put it to your chin. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's not it's a way, because there's a whole lot of stuff you could do on that iPhone that I did not know about. Yeah, so we only 8 days in the new year, and with everything going up in price, there have to be ways of saving money, even if it's, you know 25-cent rebates, 50 cents rebates, points, you know, and you start doing that um, from the beginning to the end. You could make some serious, it's, even if you want to build up your emergency fund, $500, you'd be surprised. But I'm gonna let y'all know, for me taking the bus. Yeah, I'm not talking about going taking the bus and walking. I'm talking about you go shopping and you go online. You could actually get, these companies are now doing where you could get rebates back on purchases that you do online, or just scanning receipts, just to make extra money. I'm not saying cut out the expense. I mean, of course, you're not gonna you. Oh shit! Of course, you're gonna save money by not having a car, and you save on that. I mean, I don't live on the bus line. I don't live near the public transportation, because trust and believe, if I did, and if I thought about something like that, if I had bought my house and I lived in near Marta, near the train and all, I wouldn't have necessarily. You know what? I would not have gotten a car. I really wouldn't. I would be very happy by not having to have a car, especially if I knew I was going to be working from home. When I used, matter of fact, when I did live in Atlanta, and I had lived in a bus line and train line, I had that Toyota Corolla. Sometimes I would not drive. Sometimes I'll park my car, leave it, and sometimes I take Marta when I'm out and about. I would never. I didn't drive my car all the time, and that was because I said, you know what? Today I'm going to take the bus to go to work to Alpharetta, and that was it. Sometimes I didn't drive. When I lived in Atlanta and I lived at places that had public transportation, sometimes I say, I'm not driving today. Not because I had no gas. It was just, a break. But then, of course, at the time, the cost of living in Atlanta, especially where I used to live, the rent wasn't so expensive. But if I had to think about it, I would do it. I don't drive my car when I go. If I had to go to the airport, I don't drive all the way to the Atlanta airport and then try to park somewhere and pay parking and come back and get. I take Marta. I park my car right at the Marta station, get on the bus. I mean the train, and go to the airport. I don't take no Marta. I don't be calling no Uber. Oh, come to my house, pick me up, and drive me to the air. Nope. I drive to the Marta station and then go on the train, go on to the plane, and go about my business. So, all right, y'all, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. There's 9 of y'all in here, and I only got 2 thumbs ups. Really? Enter the room. It's no charge to hear the thumbs. I appreciate it. Thank you. Where's the 6 other thumbs? 9 for 9. That's what we aiming for. So now I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel this year. I've seen a whole lot of people on YouTube making videos and foolishness, and they be having all these subscribers, and they not giving y'all free help advice. They not telling y'all about how to make some money. I'm not talking about the ones who already been doing that, telling you about work from home jobs and really established. I'm talking about the everyday me that don't edit videos. They don't have no fancy set or fancy cameras. So I would appreciate y'all if you haven't subscribed, please like, comment, and subscribe. I guess you have to say that now. Hey, what happened? Why drop down to 7? All y'all other people, what are y'all trolls? Anyway, so let me go and talk about the topic. What I in my topic. So anyway, I would sure love to know who that Lyft driver was who had 4 days ago who not only saved the life of the passenger, but was quick on his feet. He was like 34. They said it happened in West Philadelphia. And these two punk ass ones who, carjacked his car that was 20. So he had a concealed weapon. And of course, he shot them. He didn't shot them dead, but he shot them. So those fools are in the hospital. So first you thought they were victims, but they now criminals. So once they get that, I bet you they mess with the wrong Lyft driver, mess with the wrong person in the broad daylight. That was the thing that kills me. This happened at, they said if you click on the link that I just put in the chat, let me put it in again so y'all can watch the video. This is the video I had watched. And he was quick. He had concealed. He begged. He told them to please let the passenger go. You don't want her to, you don't hurt her, and you don't want to be a kidnap her. And I'm quite sure she was, ain't no telling what she was feeling, experiencing. But I wonder what happened because, of course, you're going to have to report that to stupid ass Lyft. And I wonder the policies because, Uber and Lyft, I think they have a policy. They don't want you to carry no weapon in your car. So if they still got that policy about no weapons, I know someone did it. We talked about this about 4 or 5 years ago. People talked about that. Like hell, if you think Uber, Lyft trying to have this contract to about not having a weapon in your car, and all these people people do deliveries, pick up customers. It seems like when I did it 2016, 2017, you heard of incidents like that happening, but it seems to be way out of hand now. Way out of hand. Even the videos I watched with Smakovich, which is Dustin driving, I've been watching those videos. Even customers, they order a Lyft and they be carrying it on, showing their ass. I was like, I was so dead, I never be saying I have anxiety, but I can understand when people have anxiety. It was creating this built up in me. I wanted to like punch some of these people dead in the face themselves, the stuff they were doing, punching the driver in the head, get the fuck on and drive, and people getting in the car, Oh, I was like, then one video I saw last week, he gets out the person's car, cursing and carrying on, and broke the back window. I was like, hell to the fucking no. And the thing about it, the people that I see that they were victims, the Lyft driver, Uber drivers, whatever, there was a lot of people from other countries. They were real soft spoken and was just like, there were some people, older people, old people driving to make money, and they was spitting their face. I saw one person spitting their face. One person reached over and was like, psh, psh, psh. I was like, hell fucking no. I said, they was like, please don't. One guy, he was like, please don't hurt me. I said, you know what? Sometimes you gotta toughen up, and it gonna be me and you. It'll be me and you. See, you can't be caught off guard with these fools. You can't. My father always taught me when I lived in New York. I used to, come home on the subway train. My father always told me if he didn't pick me up or whatever, he would say, "Don't go in the front of the train where the conductor is. Um, always be aware of your surroundings. Always don't be." And I've seen when I lived in New York and I used to take the train and subway at night. I've seen people got robbed right there. Person get on the train, they would be pretending they putting a gun. It was no gun. I didn't see the gun. They try to rob people with their wallet, and they'll take their, the guy. He was calm, and and the person went on, and I saw that right in front of me. And the guy I was with, he was no help. I was like, I was so scared when I saw someone got robbed right there in front of my face in the subway train. He robbed that man of his wallet. He just gave up his wallet. Person ran off. I said, "Those are dumb niggas." I've seen that twice. And even I got robbed, not in New York when I was on the subway. I got robbed. Let me tell you, let me back up some. So when I moved to Atlanta, I didn't have no car. So I would walk from the train station all the way down Moreland Avenue. Now, some of y'all who may know Moreland Avenue, y'all know it was rough back in the day. So I would take that last bus. They would if I missed that last bus, I would have to walk because getting a taxi and stuff, and there was no such thing as Uber and Lyft. So I used to have me a pocket knife right in my pocket. Not no little old piece of knife either. It was like a switchblade. And I would walk home with that switchblade, and y'all can pretend it's a switchblade. And I'd be walking, but boop, and it was like, sure did. And I said, you can't, and I make sure nobody be walking behind me. Nobody be, I be making sure. So one time I'm walking, try to make this turn to the corner. Here come this crackhead. Yo, man, man, what out? What the fuck you want? Oh, I'm sorry. And the drug dealer, he lived in the building. I had rented a house. I lived in the up part of the house. And he put the word out on those hood rats up on Moreland Avenue where I used to live at. Florida Avenue. That was the street name. He said, don't mess with da 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 da. She my neighbor. He said, don't mess with her. And he put the hit on not to rob me, don't mess with me. Not because I was gonna fight. He was protecting me because these little hood rats back in the day, they used to be trying to break into people's house and steal and stuff. He knew who the criminals were. They said, don't mess with her. Don't do nothing. Don't be donkey. Don't be foolish. And he put the hit. Make sure he put the word out to not mess with me. So I was well protected. I didn't feel afraid. I used to walk in these Bed-Stuy, not Bed-Stuy, what was it, Brownsville, back in the 90s and stuff. Man, those areas in Brooklyn where all these white folks walk around with these dogs, it was never like that. It was crack alley galore. And I used to walk at night, trust and believe Teresa had something on her. Trust and believe. I ain't had no gun, but I know one thing. If I was still doing Uber and Lyft, I'm gonna have right there that concealed weapon be right up in that thing in my car. You ain't gonna be walking up on me. Trust and believe you won't. Let me tell you, you can't be caught off guard. I ain't gonna play that. Oh my God. You're gonna have to fight. And trust me, you can't be all caught off guard. You can't be just driving and, nope. Sure can't. Even when you do food deliveries, one time I did food deliveries, and somebody ordered some food, and I said, "Where this nigga at?" I'm sitting here, and and he come walking up behind me, had a gun on his hip. Y'all know you had that gun. I said, "What the hell you walking up behind me?" He wasn't gonna do nothing crazy or nothing, but he had. First of all, he didn't even have the correct holster. He had those big old basketball pants, and you got the gun in. That thing could have easily fell off the hip. I said, don't be just walking up. I was like, don't just be walking up behind me. I'm looking around where you coming, and you walk. It was a dark apartment complex. I was like, oh, my bad, my bad. That was it. Shoot. I tell y'all what happened when I worked at Domino's. I know Colas. I hope you're feeling well, Colas. I know you've been on for a while. Colas and who are y'all? All the regulars. Remember I told y'all when I worked at Domino's and I went to the raggedy hotel and I was delivering pizzas and I called the person. I said, okay, I'm here. And I had went down that breezeway and those two guys had the gun held up. They weren't about to shoot me or rob me, but they had the gun. I said, go, go, go. And I surely did win. I was like, mm-mm. And I went back to Domino's and they said, why you ain't call the police? You think I'm going to call the police at the Max's Inn because two guys held a gunpoint? They didn't rob me. I said, they ain't coming back to Domino's and be like shooting up the place. Hell to the no. And then as I was leaving, I was so scared, y'all. Trust and believe, I was scared. I said, mm-mm. And then one of the coworkers, that Indian guy, young guy, my daddy worked at the Max's Inn, and I said I will fucking sue them if something had happened, And I said I ain't going back over there. I'm not going over there. And they told their shoe. I was like, mm-mm. That was the first time I've ever seen. That was the first time. That was the first time I've ever seen how. And the thing about it, I went to deliver the pizza. The person I just spoke to on the phone said I was on my way up to the stairs, and he didn't open the door. He had the curtain. I saw the curtain go back, and then he never opened the door. I think he knew he was gonna be. They was gonna bust open that apartment, and he was gonna get. So whatever he was doing, he wasn't gonna open that door. But they had those two guys standing out the door in the breezeway. And I was walking down the stairs. They was in the breezeway with the guns held. They was about to do something. And I was like, oh, God, Jesus, help me. So God sure watched over me. And then y'all, whoever was on here that day, that night when I told her, y'all telling me to quit. Oh, no, Lady T, but it was who was Vicky, or maybe Vicky might have said something. It was a bunch of y'all. Y'all know the regulars. When I told that story that happened it was been about 2 years now since I left Domino's. Yep. It's just crazy. So Uber, Lyft, I know y'all. I know some of y'all gonna make the videos about it and talk about it, but I sure would like an update about the concealed weapons when you driving for Uber and Lyft, because ain't no way in hell Uber and Lyft or any of these other ones, DoorDash, Grubhub, is gonna sit there and dictate to these drivers who do these deliveries, telling people they can't have no weapon in their car when doing the deliveries. Hell to the fucking no. Hell to the no. Not for that little bit of money. I know it's hard, y'all. I know it's hard out there. And some of y'all doing Uber, Lyft, food delivery, DoorDash, whatever. I mean, you don't even have to do the deliveries. You could be in your car and somebody could do that to you. But it's more dangerous when you're doing deliveries and food deliveries and picking up customers and stuff, because not because they expect you to have money and stuff. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just crazy. I've done Uber, Lyft and stuff, and people would make fake names in the app. It would be like, not even the real name. When you see it, it'd be some ghettofied name for the order. And I was like, ain't nobody name on no credit card like that, Then when you get there, some sketchy area, all in the dark. That's why I said, you know what? You do these food deliveries or dropping packages off. Even if you work Papa John's, Domino's, I'm not delivering no food in the dark. If you ain't got your porch light on, or or whatever, I'll be like, I'm here downstairs, and then if you don't come down there in a sufficient time, boop, especially if it was do Uber Eats, Grubhub, or any of those apps. I used to work at nighttime. I sure did, but sometimes you gotta protect yourself. My father drove a cab in New York, the yellow cab, not those gypsy cabs, the yellow cabs. He sure did carry his little. He sure did carry. Sure did. My father used to drive around. He used to have a hatchet, and trust and believe you just not. It was hard. You don't see those yellow cabs in New York get robbed, but those gypsy cabs. Mm-mm. But people, I don't know. And then they get younger and younger, 18, 20. You know, I wish I shoot. I know one thing you're gonna have something a big old whatever ripping. I'm thinking about going and get me a concealed gun and weapon. Sure would. Sure am thinking about it. Go ahead and get me. My uncle already told me. He said when you ready, make sure you get the permit and da da da. And he said when I come back to South Carolina, he will surely go over me about shooting a gun. Now I did shoot a rifle and stuff. He was to do hunting and stuff. And I had a video. I made a video about that. I don't know, but anyway, I had you know, my uncle had a gun. I would be up there. Sure did. I think I made a video of my. I don't know what I did with that video, but my uncle already told me. He said make sure go and get the permit and all the um get everything in order. So when I drive from Georgia to South Carolina, I have the permit and the gun. And he said, "Come on down there, and we'll go over some instructions on the gun." I guess he was like me going to a place and stuff. He gonna show me and teach me himself. He told me that, and I was just you can't rely on no damn police these days. Oh my God. Let me call the cops. Shit, you'll be waiting for fucking ever for damn DeKalb County. Or any of these police officers in Georgia for that matter. Atlanta, Cobb, pick them. You gotta protect yourself. You can't be waiting on the police because they ain't gonna do nothing. Slow poking around. You know, you gotta protect yourself. And that's what that Lyft driver did too. The hood rats, they didn't know who they was about to approach. Sure got a surprise for their ass. Bet you they ain't gonna try to do nothing no more. All you gotta do is put one bullet up somebody's butt. That'll be the end of that. Shoot. People say if you I know one thing. If I pull a gun out, I'm not afraid to shoot you, especially if you try to do something to me. Mm-mm. Always gotta be alert. Always gotta be alert. Somebody can't, you can't just walk up and sneak up on me. You be, I'll be like, and then I'll go about my business. Okay, Brooklyn, you have a good night. Hope you feel better. Just take plenty of fluids, zinc, vitamin D, and rest. I hope you're not, well, I know you're not out and about because it's snowing outside. It's too cold to be that. Just stay home and rest. Don't go nowhere. Don't be walking around Brooklyn all in the cold. Just sit down and relax and rest. Oh, well, I ain't gonna stay on here too long myself, so it's down to 5 people, and only people who talking is Romeo briefly and Brooklyn, but everybody else, y'all just hanging on in the chat. All right. Well, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to get off now. But that's all I wanted to say. Let's talk about this video that I just saw that happened 4 days ago. You're welcome. So, anybody doing these deliveries or driving people or whatever, even if you're not doing those gig works, be careful. Sally, where you at? That's another person I ain't seen. Sally, you live in Philly. I want to make sure you're okay. I haven't seen you in a minute. I know you're busy and stuff. So, and a few of y'all missing in action. But Sally, hopefully you come back tomorrow. I know you've been doing busy and doing stuff. So, all right, y'all. Let me. Well, my job at Intuit TurboTax has started, but it's kind of slow right now. So I'm just doing basic training, and I guess at the end of the month it will start to pick up. But there will be some delays, just to let y'all know. The IRS will be closed, will be opening the tax season. They're going to be starting late, so there ain't no point running to no tax places to get your taxes done, because there ain't much going to be done with them until the IRS officially says they're open for processing of tax returns. So there's going to be some delays in that. So there's no stimulus. Somebody keep texting me about stimulus. Nope, there is no stimulus. There ain't no fourth stimulus. The only stimulus there is they may give out some monies for teachers. It was like $500 or something based on the state, but there's no major stimulus going on. So anybody wants me to do their taxes, because it's going to be rough. They're going to be rough. Let me know. I still have the specials going on. If you have a Schedule C or anything like that, I could do it for $175 with the state being free. Or if you need help with a software, like if you want to do it yourself and get TurboTax, there's a family friend discount that I could offer y'all once you're ready. So if you want to do it yourself, it's not really hard, but you just have to get the software, and everything else is going up. So it's everything else, products and stuff you sell, they going up too. There's no more free tax clinics going on anymore. That was supported by the federal government, so they're not offering free tax clinics anymore. So, but anyway, if you're interested in me doing videos about taxes, I'll do it, and I'll make short videos about it. I'm not going to edit. I'm not going to do anything like that, but I will answer, because there's a lot of things that's going to be coming up that people may be confused about, especially if you got that advanced child tax credit last year. If you got the advanced child, I'm going to make this one little point and that's it. If you got the advanced child tax credit throughout the year, you will not get that credit when you file your taxes. So a lot of people's going to be shocked and surprised. Wait a minute, why I didn't get the child tax credit? If you already got it last year, they gave it to you in advance. And some people may have made more money before they determined what the amount of the child tax credit was going to be. If you made more money than you anticipated, a lot of people is also going to owe some money. They're going to owe some taxes. They're going to owe a balance. So don't expect some big, huge refunds this year, like people used to in the past. So, and also, let me, I keep saying this can be the last thing, but this is the other last thing. Please don't listen to some of these YouTubers that I've been coming across lately telling people bullshit lies and selling courses for $500-$600, talking about you could have your own business and you could be a LLC and you could write off everything. Please don't listen to no bullshit like that. I would say the person's name. They in Atlanta and they've been making these videos talking about they're a gig economist. I said we just making up words now. And I've been lurking in the bushes listening to some people with these outrageous claims and telling people about writing off everything and you could be establish an LLC when you are an Uber Lyft driver. No, you don't need to do that. You could just file your tax return, which is linked to your social security number, and you just file a Schedule C. I will be a specialist this year with TurboTax. They got me doing additional training, and I thought they was gonna let me do cryptocurrency and the small business with Schedule C, but so and then those cryptocurrencies and stuff, that's a whole new issue. But I'm not going to talk about it right now. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to bed. I'm got to go. Where that dang Charlie at? Charlie been real quiet. Now I know y'all said don't feed him table food, but he been eating ham and well he been begging and crying and trying not to eat that cat food that I laid out for him. But I don't, I said, you gonna eat this cat food. And he, when he realized he ain't getting none. Now I ain't talking about feeding him big old ham and stuff. I'm like little pieces here and there. But he's gonna have to stop begging. But he be standing right there like, yeah. And he answers to his name. I could say Charlie. And he'll be coming. He answers to his name. Those other cats I had, I gave them a name and they surely didn't come. Well, I only named Socks and Mittens. Poor Mittens. Mittens passed away. I don't know how, but I know he passed away. I have not seen Mittens in the last few years. And he's gone. And to be honest, I haven't seen Cinnamon, nor have I seen Socks. But they real big. Those cats so big, they must weigh about 60 pounds. Those cats, I was like, I don't know where they at, but Charlie is a house cat. Charlie's staying in the house. So he's been the most loyal of them all. One thing for sure, y'all be thinking I'll be screaming at Charlie about get off, stop being on my bicycle, get off my bed, get off. But he loyal. He'll come, he'll sleep right on my foot. He knows when I'm in pain, he could feel that I'm in pain, and he'll be laying on my foot. Sometimes he'll come in there and try to lick my little toe, and then he just ball up in the corner. He just ball up in the corner, and he just lays there. He just lays there. But anyway, let me check on Charlie because usually he be running around. Y'all ain't see he ran around today. He must be sleeping. Charlie snores too. I mean, laying down. I was like, what is that noise? I'm not talking about the purr noise. I'm talking about literally snoring. Being all comfortable and stuff. That cat's so spoiled, makes no sense. But I do love Charlie. I'm gonna buy him a little outfit. I'm gonna go online and find him a little cat outfit, some kind of bow tie and something. But Charlie gonna be real surprised. I'm gonna have to weed him off. I gotta weed him off of table food. I guess I'll still give him some of the tuna. I'll treat him to that. He could eat the tuna. And no, he already ate that sardines. I bought sardines and he eat them because I can't find adequate cat food at the stores no more. So I gotta go online and buy some things. But those other cats, they'll come back. They become roaming around. They'll come back. I leave their little food outside of the door. So, but Charlie, he ain't no outdoor cat. He too comfortable in the house. The other ones, they stay outside. They stay outside. They either be sitting on my lawn chair, my one little chair. They be out either sitting on that or they be in the. And I do have a little house too in the backyard. It's like not a real house, but they just go in their little house. But that dang Charlie, he's spoiled. But he's the baby. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna try to make my channel for Charlie soon. Mm. But he's not, he's still spoiled. Anywho, y'all have a good night. See y'all tomorrow.